Although I know text editor is just fine for developers who just want to code in the development environment, but in my opinion, IDEs such as PHP Storm, WebStorm, or other IDEs like Komodo or Aptana Studio are one of the best IDEs out there in the market you can work with. In my opinion, I usually work with PHP Storm. It's one of the best IDEs, and they have also a plugin called Laravel that you can work with. You can open your project with PHP Storm, where you can see all of your files and folders, directories and files. On the left, you can connect to the database and everything. You can see the structure. You can download all the plugins out there you can work with. I don't want to focus on the IDE itself, but I want to mention that first thing I want to mention about Laravel is Laravel 5 full directories and files structure has changed. Now you can see all of the files came out of the app directory, such as tests, such as public, and so on. First thing you realize if you open up the app directory, you can see that we don't even have any views folder right here. But if you browse on the app folder, there's a folder called resources, and your views is over there. So if you open up the welcome.blake.php, first thing you will see is the file for you to be able to see it, and you have terminal underneath. So anytime you start typing PHP artisan serve, you will see that in the green sort of kind of line, you can copy this. Okay, so before I talk about what are these lines of codes are doing in welcome.blake.php, I need to talk about routing. Before you could find the route file inside the application folder. And nowadays in Laravel 5, route file is actually inside the HTTP folder. If you open it up, you can see a small portion is actually responsible to load the welcome page. What this file is doing is getting to inside the home and generating a view template called welcome, which is under actually resources and views. Inside this is the file I'm talking about, welcome.blade.php. So return view welcome returns this page when you actually go to this URL called localhost port 8000. Let's open up this page to see how this page is generating. So as you can see, that's Laravel 5, simple, brief, and go slowly, tick tack nah, something like that. I can't even read that, sorry. But let's open up this file again. As you can see, there's Laravel 5 inspiring a quote. First thing I want to mention is Laravel is using this double curly braces to put some code here in either PHP or in Laravel controller or model. Okay, let's go back to the routes, and this is the file I was talking about, routes. Let's copy these 3 lines of codes and paste it down here. Down here, let's generate a new views or template. Let's call it about. You can actually put anything you want here, but I'm going to show you what do you have to type in a URL address bar to view this page. And I'm going to talk about views in the upcoming sections, but let's just type in a single quote something really similar in a h1 tag. Let's make an h1 tag, and let's say about page. There you go. And let's go back to the browser and refresh, see if everything is right, and then let's /about, add this right here. So what this does is actually, this is something that we added here. So you can add anything you want here, but you have to make sure that you type it exactly as it is, right, in the address bar. And there you go, about page. So routing is really important. You want to make sure that your routes are the first thing that works. If your routes doesn't work, it's going to generate an error. Let's put these 3 lines into comments and then refresh. There you go. This is a typical error page that you get inside the Laravel. The first thing you need to make sure is once you see this line of code and you saw that there's something wrong with the routing collection, you have to come back to your routing and route file, routes.php file, and make sure that you generate this page. So first thing you're gonna look at is what method are you using and what page needs to generate. And this is the content that it's gonna return. Alright, it's gonna return a view, controller, or whatever you need. So let's refresh, and this is working. Okay, let's go back to our routes file. What can you see here? What can you see is get routes, a function, and a return keyword. I want you to pay attention to get. We have methods in HTTP that we call it verbs. So let's comment it saying verbs. We have get, we have post, we have put, and we have delete. I mean, in other languages such as we have destroy as well for REST API. I'm not talking about REST API, I'm talking about typical verbs that you can use in Laravel. So let's copy all of these lines that we copied previously and paste it right here. Let's make it a little bit more complex. Let's say direction, and let's say about page, direction page. There you go. And go back here, refresh, and after about, use it /direction. And you can make it as complex as you want. So it doesn't matter, whatever you put it right here, it can be generated as a link, because gets are typically link methods that you can use. And let's copy all these 3 lines, and apart from get, post, put, and delete, we have any in Laravel. So you can use any and make this to go to, let's say, submit, and then let's say form, yeah, and then come back right here and then use it, and after 8000 call it submit, and you can see that we came back with a form word, which is we actually generated right inside the h1 tag. So we just scratched the surface of routes and a basic of Laravel 5. We're gonna talk about advanced topic in the upcoming videos, and you can actually bear with me.